Episode 5 of Peacemaker Season 2 looks at what happens when past choices catch up with everyone involved. It's less about big action moments and more about how grief, guilt, and loyalty shape the characters. We see how Rick Flag Jr.'s death continues to affect both Chris and the people around him. The episode blends together big comic book moments, like Eagly's wild fight with Red Saint Wild, and emotional beats that show Chris facing the reality about himself. The episode opens with a flashback to 3 years earlier. We see Harcourt and Economos at Rick Flag Jr.'s funeral. Flag Sr. is devastated and clearly looking for someone to blame. He asks Harcourt to help him find the person responsible for his son's death. While Harcourt doesn't give him a name, she promises that whoever caused it will pay.
The person who did this, that person, they'll pay. I'll make sure of it.
Thanks, kid.
This moment explains so much of Flag Sr.'s attitude in the present. It isn't just about justice. It's about a father who hasn't moved past his loss. His grief turned into anger, and it drives every decision he makes. For Harcourt, the funeral is also a turning point. Her promise plants the seed of guilt and responsibility that shapes her later actions toward Chris. In the present day, Harcourt goes to the park, knowing that Flag Sr. and Argus are watching. Chris arrives, already aware of the surveillance because Harcourt gave him a code word. This meeting is the emotional center of the episode. Chris asks Harcourt if what they shared ever meant anything, and she tells him no.
Why don't you even answer the question? Did I mean
No! No. Okay? I was drunk. I told you. I wish it never fucking happened.
Her response isn't just about rejecting him. It reveals how much Rick Flag Jr.'s death still shapes her feelings. Chris wants some kind of closure or at least understanding, but Harcourt cannot separate him from the event that cost her a friend. This scene highlights how guilt and loss keep people apart. Chris wants to move forward, but Harcourt isn't ready to let go of the past. It shows that even when someone wants to change, other people's grief can stop that healing process. As Argus agents close in, Chris fights back and even takes a hostage, but Harcourt steps in and knocks him unconscious. When he wakes, he is in custody. Flag Sr. finally gets the confrontation he has wanted for years and physically attacks Chris, blaming him for his son's death.
you? That boy was a better man you could ever dream of being. Better man I could ever dream of being. I know, sir. I know it doesn't give you any comfort. There's not a day that goes by that I don't regret.
This moment forces Chris to directly face what he did during Project Starfish. Even though he acted under Amanda Waller's orders, he cannot escape that his actions ended Rick Flag Jr.'s life. For Flag Sr., this attack isn't about justice. It is an outlet for years of unresolved pain. Economos steps in when things escalate. He officially books Chris's name into the system, forcing Argus to release him. It's a small action, but it's very important. Economos breaks from strict protocol to protect a friend, showing that loyalty sometimes means doing the right thing when the system is driven by revenge. Meanwhile, in the woods, Red Saint Wild tries to shoot Eagly. Instead, he hits another bird, and Eagly returns with a group of eagles that attack and kill Saint Wild.
The prime eagle. Eagly, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
At first, it seems like a darkly funny sequence, but it carries a subtle message. Eagly and the other birds act on instinct, not on revenge or hatred. They protect their own. Where humans are caught up in anger and retribution, nature responds with balance and community. After his release, Chris goes back to the cabin, leaves a note for Adebayo, and enters the quantum chamber as the rift begins to close. In the note, he explains that he cannot find redemption in his own world and wants to start over in the alternate universe with Eagly and the versions of his father Augie and brother Keith. Judo Master, having failed to warn Fleury, follows Chris through the chamber, leaving a note behind. Adebayo and Adrian arrive too late, and Harcourt reads Chris's note aloud.
I've tried again and again to make up for my mistakes. But I'm not sure redemption is something that's truly possible. At least not here. So, I'm going to make a life in the other world.
She then takes the device and promises they will bring him back. Chris's choice is not framed as a grand act of heroism. He believes he cannot fix his life here, so he looks for a new start elsewhere. Chris's decision raises the question of whether leaving for another world is a fresh start or simply running away from guilt. The way Adebayo, Adrian, and Harcourt react shows the strength of his chosen family. Even when he gives up on himself, they are not willing to give up on him. Episode 5 focuses less on spectacle and more on the weight of past actions. It shows how grief can turn into revenge, how guilt can make someone want to disappear, and how loyalty can hold people together. Chris believes that starting a new life in another universe is his only chance to be free from his mistakes. But his friends prove that redemption isn't about running away. It's about the people who refuse to let you be lost. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.